I'm Ivana Belamaric. I am psychologist from Sirius Center for Psychological Counseling, Education and Research, and I will talk about professional boundaries, how to support young people safely and ethically. When we think about supportive relationships, we often focus on trust, connections, being available to young people, and all of these things are important. But healthy and effective support also requires something else: clear professional boundaries. Sometimes boundaries are misunderstood as distance, strictness, lack of care, but in reality, boundaries help create safe, respectful, predictable relationships for everyone involved. They protect young people, they also protect professionals. Professional boundaries help clarify what our role is, what support we can provide, and what expectations are realistic within the relationship. One important area is communication. Young people need to know how and when they can contact us. This includes agreed communication channels, response times, and working hours. Being supportive does not mean being available all the time. Clear communication boundaries help prevent misunderstanding and protect both young people and staff from unrealistic expectations. Another area involves physical contact. In some situations, young people may seek comfort through a hug or other forms of physical contact. Physical contact should always be appropriate, respectful, consent based, and consistent with organizational policies. It is important to remember that what feels supportive for one young person may feel uncomfortable for another one. Respecting individual preferences and boundaries is essential. Professional boundaries also help us avoid dual relationships. A youth worker should not simultaneously become a friend, family member, employer, romantic partner, or another person whose role may create conflicts of interest or confusion. Young people benefit when relationships remain clear, predictable, focused on their development and well being. Self disclosure is another area that requires careful judgment. Sometimes sharing a small personal experience can help build connection and trust. However, self disclosure should always serve the needs of the young person rather than the needs of the professional. Before sharing personal information, it can be helpful to ask yourself, will this benefit the young person, or am I sharing it for myself? Fairness is equally important. Young people quickly notice when some participants receive special treatment, exceptions, or attention that others do not. Consistent boundaries help create trust, not only between the youth worker and an individual young person, but within the entire group. Perhaps the most important thing to remember is this: boundaries are not walls, they are guidelines that help relationships remain safe, respectful, sustainable. When young people know what to expect from us, and when professionals know the limit of their role, trust becomes stronger and not weaker. Healthy boundaries support healthy relationships.